Hey, this is Extraordinaire the Great,
And it's your man Christ the Ryan Don.
and the album Assholes Live Forever is dropping June.
20th, better know it.
And you are now watching People Street with my boy Taj Eubanks. We go back since junior high and better, the 49ers, football.
Completely forgot about that. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of People Street. Got my boy Crisis the Rhyme Done and my boy Extraordinaire the Great with me. What it do, y'all?
What's
going
up,
on, man? Man, I'm so amped that y'all could make it. Crisis, I don't know if you know or not, man, but I've been trying to get Extraordinaire to come to holler at me for a couple of years now, man. You know what I'm saying?
But I was waiting for this moment right here, right now.
It's the perfect time.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time. Oh, you know, y'all about to learn about some outstanding brothers, man, that's doing outstanding things in music and beyond. Why don't y'all tell me a little bit about yourselves, starting with you, Crisis?
Hey, what's going on? Christ the Ryan Don, originally from Nashville, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? East Nashville, you know what I'm saying? Been doing music since high school, really, you know what I'm saying? Just as I got to go along the way, just got to meet a lot of cool people. You know what I'm saying? This ugly ass nigga happened to be one of them. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Literally, you know, I've been knowing bro for about 20 years, but this literally the first time we actually got to get in the yo and put something down for reals. You know what I'm saying? It was an experience. I'm happy we did how we did it, and we took our time to do it. You know what I'm saying? We was cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I must say, man, I saw y'all's video for Stomp the Yard, man. And I told Extraordinaire, man, I said, look, man, what y'all have done is beyond rap. You know what I'm saying? It's art. Y'all put out a piece of artwork. I told, am I lying, Extraordinaire?
No,
I told him y'all should submit that to some film festivals. It's just a beautiful, beautiful piece of work. So my hat's off to y'all for doing that, man, because, you know, y'all was saying something.
Yeah.
It was meaningful. And I mean, y'all should do film, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, but we're going to hold that out in the road.
Okay.
Extraordinaire, tell us about yourself, bro.
My name is Extraordinaire. You can call me Extraordinaire the Great. You can call me Walter Lee. Just don't call me ugly. You know, I was born in Nashville, so shout out to Nashville. I spent a lot of my summers in Atlanta soaking in that game, but my hometown is Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's where I met cool people like you doing this rap thing. I used to do like little voicemails. You used to call me like, yo, that was dope.
Yeah, and it was.
And so that was like junior high. I started doing the music thing, hooking up with my partner B-Lo. And I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, we met doing, it was a magazine that we were both a part of, Bad Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that. And we just always linked up and just, you know, was vibing and stuff. So we said, man, let's go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying? And we started like during the pandemic, you know, and we took our time to really give the people something that we are really proud of. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we talk about it today. Yeah.
Okay. Crisis, first question for you, man. When did you fall in love with hip hop?
I fell in love with hip hop. The first song I heard that made me really just fall in love was NWA, Gangsta Gangsta.
Ooh, that's what they're yelling.
But it was King T played like a piano with Ice Cube. Listen, they shoved a lot of the East Coast music down our throats, so we knew LL and PE and all them cats. But then when the West Coast came through, it was like, now this what I see outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once I heard that, and then what really made me want to do music was when I heard Outkast's first album. When I first heard them, like they let me know, like you can say something and still be jamming at the same time.
Okay, Extraordinaire.
Oh yeah. So no, I was saying, he was saying Outkast, but I was taking even back to like Run DMC, Fat Boys, UTFO and all that stuff. And then, you know, like it was people like Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and all those guys. It was like, okay, let me try my hand at this. So I was young, like 11, 12, trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And I didn't care, you know what I'm saying? It was cool because I had older kids that I was hanging around that DJ'd, and I was lucky, DJ'd and rapped and all that stuff and made music. So I was like, shoot, I'll just be the hype man. So I started doing that, and I started learning how to produce. So it was the influence of the outside music and then just having people around that did it. And then it was a switch like, oh, I'm finna really do this. You know what I mean? Shout out to B-Lo and my boy David Johnson.
Shout out B-Lo and David Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Because in our junior high school crisis, B-Lo Brown was the top dog in rapping. You know what I'm saying? I really looked up to him. You know what I'm saying? He was that dude. And you know, Walt was second. You know what I'm saying? And it was just all love back then. But listen, tell me, what is it like being an independent artist these days, man? What's the grind like?
Man, shit like a dog. You gotta get out here and hustle, man. It ain't as simple as it used to be. You press up 1,000 CDs, get out there, pop off, and make up for some, make up some bread for that. Everything digital now, you know. It just like you gotta ratchet it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Cool. It ain't as simple as it used to be. It's kind of oversaturated, so you gotta find who like you now.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse, you know, because like he said, it used to be we get these albums out, hit the street, and you know it was magazines and you know a lot of different things. Then it switched to blogs and this and that, and the ways that people hear your music and ingest it, and digest it. So now the excellent thing about it is, like you said, it's oversaturated. You can get in there. You know, now it's just about getting their attention, you know, and so that's why we were like, look, when I was
kind of find your own lane, like he's saying.
Yeah.
Y'all met when y'all were on the cover of a magazine, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What was the name of the magazine and what did y'all see in each other that let y'all know that y'all wanted to hook up in the future?
It was the whole magazine out of Alabama, and it had us and some other artists like T. Reezy and Q Bossolini, Black Folk Inc., Price and Rhyme Down. So we had met in Nashville to do an interview. And so everybody else was kind of shy. He was the only one that was like turning up in his answer. So I said, shoot, I got to match that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We fed off. We was like the livest ones in the interview, like giving the feedback and giving the answers and stuff. So
I was trying to be cool and shit.
Yeah, you know, and they was, you know, shout out to all of them, but you know, you gotta, you know, stuff, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give them something, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find that interview and post it as we introducing this album, but it was crazy. That was the kind of connection, and then we did a photo shoot a few months later for it, and then we dropped a couple of songs. Because the name of the project, the album, the magazine cover was Tennessee Bad Boys. So we were gonna do it as a group. We did like 3 songs, and that was gonna be the beginning of us maybe doing a collaboration, and that never came through. Even the shout out to Gary Floyd that really put that together for us, and he was wanting to do it for many years. Even as 2020, he was still talking about it. But he came to me and said, "Let's do this." You know what I'm saying? Because you know, let's make something happen, man. Let's make something shake. The whole magazine was where it all started. I went around the world to get to that point, but that's it.
That's dope. Tell me about y'all's current project. How did it come about? Tell me the name, the inspiration, what y'all trying to say.
Well, I was in a space where I just wasn't even trying to do music. And bro hit me up, you know, a couple times like, what you working on? What you got going on? And, you know, I was like, well, all right. And then I just got an idea of the mode of things and reached out and was like, well, what do you think about doing a project or EP or something? He was like, all right, let's see what it do. But I still was kind of iffy on just even doing music again anyway.
All right. So, Extraordinaire hit you up and you were in a different space at this particular time.
I wasn't even feeling doing music. You know, bro put it in my head like, hey, you know, there's other ways we can do stuff. It's like my engineer, he just kept telling me too. He's like, man, you ain't got to be a star. There's other ways to get some money or just have fun doing the music. As long as you make good music, something can happen.
Yeah.
Depending on what you put into it.
Yeah.
You know, they both was letting me know, like literally both of them was saying the same thing. Like, bro, if you was trash, we wouldn't even give a damn.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, you know, something that little fire inside me, so I had to do what I had to do.
And what was great about it was it was me motivating him, and then he got so live, he was motivating me to the point where I was like, so, and I'm glad that happened though, because now we was right there on that level, you know, where we needed to be. You know what I'm saying? So things happen for a reason. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because once we got cooking, we already had the project. We were done, and then we said, let's do Stomp the Yard, you know. And then we went from having maybe 4 or 5 songs and we ended up with a project with 13, a full album, 13 songs. So, you know, once that fire got going, it was full steam
Yeah.
ahead. You know what I'm
That
saying?
grill got the smoking. You could have put anything on that mug. Yeah.
What's the name of the album, y'all?
Assholes
Asshole.
live forever.
I love y'all, man, because you know I was reading your interview that you had given Crisis, where you were explaining how y'all came up with that. Can you tell the people why that's the name?
Go ahead, bro.
Well, you know, we both assholes. And it's not, and sometimes people can take that as a negative, but like we know what we want to do. We know what we want to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So like we bump head a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because we want, you know, but I know he wants the best for what we're doing and vice versa. And so it's great because we come into this like, yo, that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make some stuff shake, like he say. And it was just a great experience to sit up there and come up with it like that. You know what I mean?
And also, too, man, it ain't like people say, you know, assholes live forever. It ain't like just being an asshole just for the sake of being one. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you become the asshole when you stand for something a lot of times. Or
Yeah.
when you go against the norm, people look at you like you the asshole. Like, why you gotta shake the boat? Why you gotta rock the boat? Like the boat ain't rocking right. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all's lead sing is Stomp the Yard the lead single?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all haven't seen their video for Stomp the Yard, the link is in the post, on my post. It's one of the best pieces of film. It's a piece of film that you will see this year or any year, especially in light of the fact, man, if y'all saw, did y'all see Santa's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, man, the spirit is all the same to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get, man. And because y'all incorporated different influences into it, man. Y'all had the dialogue, then y'all switched to the rapping, and then when the singing, like the singing came in, man. I was like, man, I was moved when I watched it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was very proud. You know what I'm saying? To witness yourself, Christ, and my boy that I've been knowing since we 11, 12 years old, you know, put out a piece of artwork. Tell me about the concept for Stomp the Yard. How did y'all come up with that?
So I had watched a movie and it was a song on it, The Color Purple, and it inspired me a little bit. And I just posted it on my story. And he hit me up like, man, I like that vibe. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, that was the sign that I need to go ahead and make that beat for that. You know what I'm saying? So I made the beat and I'm going to post a video here next week of when he dropped his verse. So it was one of them things where I was writing as well. And I was just writing. And he dropped his verse. And I said, oh, now I know where my focus should be. Anyway, we did that. We dropped the song, got somebody to sing on it. And I mean, we were working on the video before we even had the song complete. It was one of those things like, we got to get this going and get this moving. And at first we were going to drop it right after the election. But I said, no, let's go ahead and move it towards the, we dropped it Inauguration Day, actually. You know, and that was you know, a moment where we were just trying to like really, the song was about what it's about. So, you know, we're talking about a lot of issues, you know, and then with this incoming, not to get too political, but it is political and it's real. This administration that was coming in, it was the perfect time for us to come in and just really say what we needed to say. And we touched on a lot of stuff. He talked about gentrification, you know, and then, you know, he went down like my reaction to it, I was in there. He was kind of shy when he did his verse.
Oh, nigga.
No, wait, no, I mean, you know,
that part of it.
I didn't have to go there, but he killed it. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely
Okay,
killed
so-
it.
He said,
So
he said
what happened was, he
What
said,
happened?
what happened was, now for real, what happened was, when I got in there, I wasn't shy, I just kind of wasn't feeling it, recording
Yeah.
at that particular moment. And he's
Okay.
like, man, just spit it out, man. Just drop it. And if you don't like it, we'll do it again or we'll do it another time. So then when I dropped it, he hit the button, he said, nigga, don't ever stall on dropping a verse like that ever again.
Yeah.
Ever again, because
Yeah.
your verse was sick.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
it was cool, man. So we had a good time, and then we had more fun actually doing the actual video, you know what I'm saying, which was dope. We had a couple people come in and help us out with it, but the costumes, you know, that's what took the longest.
Yeah.
You know, people asked, y'all gonna drop a series or something? Because they was like, dude, that's epic right there.
Yeah.
Every time
No,
somebody see it, they like, yeah, that's different.
it was definitely different. You know what I'm saying? And that verse you spit, was the verse you spit, did you just, did you rewrite that verse, or that was just a one-hitter quitter?
Nah, that was a one-hitter quitter. If I get
Dog.
down and I put my pen down, by the time I step to the mic, that's what I'm saying.
Dog, you was like getting dirty looks at the gas station, at the donut shop. I was like, oh, he killing it, man. You know what I'm saying?
But think about it, man. I know y'all done went to little places and the neighborhood ain't that how it used to be, man, and they act like you ain't supposed to be here. Like, nah, we lived here first.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You
Who was the filmmaker?
Guy named Who Shot Jimmy, he's out of Chattanooga.
Shout out Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, Who Shot Jimmy? You did your thing, boy. You know,
Yeah,
get at me, Who Shot Jimmy. Get at me. I want to holler at you. So take us through where y'all going with this project. Take us through the rest.
So we got a whole bunch of songs, and what's great about it is we got a whole bunch of more material. And here's the thing, we shot a lot of videos, but now for the last half of the videos that we're gonna shoot, yeah, we're looking into doing more movies like that too. So that's the exciting thing. So we got a lot of stuff. So we got 13 songs, from Show Up to Money Wait to I Don't Mess With You, I Don't Fuck With You. I could go through the whole list. I know a song that he's really excited about is called I'm Not For Everybody. We got, you know, and what's great about it is we got something for the South. We got something for your, you know, for your head, you know what I'm saying? Songs like Ambitious, where we're talking about some real issues. Songs like Stomp the Yard. But then we also turning up, we having a good time. We got songs like Grown Folk Party, that's our new single. We got a song.
It's hard too. It's hard too. I heard it.
You know, this right now, you know, we wasn't trying to reinvent the wheel, man. We just wanted to make some good grown folks music, man, because in real life, that's what's going on right now. A lot of the youngins, man, they ain't really making the kind of music we like, you know, and our generation love rap music. Like, we grew up on it. So to not be able to hear the kind of music we actually like, me and bro was like, nigga, let's make that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we did.
Yeah. Man, who from a personal standpoint, I always like to ask my guests this. Who have been the biggest influences in y'all's lives, just on you as men, on who you became?
Pops. And my pops, you know what I'm saying? And then I just kind of learned lessons going through life. Like each stage has something different, you know what I'm saying? I learned that you got to handle your business no matter how cool you is with somebody. I learned that from my 11th grade English teacher. You know?
Well, tell us about it. Break it down.
His name was Derek Williams. And, you know, we be in class cutting up. And he used to tell us all the time, hey, man, you know, we can laugh and crack jokes all day, but I still need y'all to get that work done. And, you know, I had a homeboy that really didn't think, he thought he was joking, and he failed him, and we thought it was the funniest shit ever. But I learned that lesson, though, like, literally, watch how you handle your business. Like I said, like, it was just different stages of life, man. I just learned different lessons, but my pops, he really put a lot of game in me. Mom.
What's the biggest thing you learned from your pops?
As long as you got 3 cents, you be good. Street sense, book sense, common sense. So as long as you got all three of those, you be good in life. Make good decisions, you know what I'm saying?
What about you, Extraordinaire?
So I had 3 influences. My grandfather on my mother's side was my biggest influence, and he was somebody that I wanted to be like. And then I had my father, who somebody I didn't want to be like, but you know, he set an example of the music that I listened to and all those things. And then I had my father's father, I feel like I'm the most like. And he was the one that I didn't understand as a kid, but now as an adult, I feel like I'm the most like him. You know, he was a teacher. And then, you know, he would just keep to himself a lot, you know. And he, you know, some people would have deemed him an asshole just because they didn't know he just was laid in the cut all the time. You know what I mean? So it's funny. That's how I became who I am, you know. So I'm looking at these people that, you know, like my grandfather was a preacher, and I was always with him, and that was just that's a tall mountain to climb, you know. He was a great person, you know, and that's the person I admired the most. He was like a father figure to me when I needed it, and you know, he was the first person to inspire me, you know. to inspire me to do music. I don't know if we did something for Lou Rawls telethon.
Yeah.
And I rapped on it.
Yeah.
It was just something,
You rapped on the Lou Rawls telethon.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I got called.
I was on that too.
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
So the guy called me out. The host called me out, and I blew it. And then I came back and I did a little freestyle. And my grandfather was the first to encourage me. He was the one that helped me to get. I'm about to tear up. 30 years ago, he took me to the place and got the real first piece of equipment. I had an ASR 10 keyboard, and that's when I really started really making those beats. So it's people like that they invested in you to make sure that you were able to do what you needed to do. So like when I do this music, it's like it's people like that believed in me. That's why I keep going. You know what I'm saying? Then just like I had a partner named Brick that passed away. I was in a place where crisis was, where I was ready to quit, and we were working on music, and he was about to pop, and I was just like, I don't know. I mean, when I say he was about to pop, he was doing songs with Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, and all that stuff. And unfortunately, he got caught up and he was killed right on the verge of doing it, and that put a fire up under me. I went through my spell where I was kind of down, but once I got out of that, I was like, man, I dedicate the rest of what I'm doing to his legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because it was it's people that really died for this. You know what I mean? So that's why that keeps me going. That's what keeps me hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think I remember when that happened. That's that brother over in Piney Woods, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was very sorry to hear about that, man. And but I will also say, man, that as black men, man, we need to encourage each other, and we definitely need to encourage the young black men and the young people of all stripes and colors behind us to keep going. No matter what setback you go through, no matter how you feeling in the moment, everybody get depressed. Everybody feel like they can't go on. Everybody feel like don't nobody value necessarily what they're doing. But there's an audience out here. We just gotta find them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling all y'all that's looking at this interview, y'all have found, if you don't know these two brothers, they need to be on your radar because they got, like Andre 3000 said, the South got something to say, and they saying it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of y'all, man. What's next? What's next for y'all brothers, man? Tell me the moves y'all making to promote this album as it's ready to drop.
So we just dropped the single Grown Folk Music. Next week we will be dropping the video for that, right up leading to the album dropping on June the 20th. Everybody, Assholes Live Forever, June the 20th. And then we're gonna have a rollout of a whole bunch of videos, and we're gonna get back to filming some stuff. It's finna be popping. So, and he's gonna elaborate some more. Tell him, Crisis, tell him.
Crisis, tell us now. Come on now.
I mean, we sticking to the original plan that we had at first. You know what I'm saying? We dropping the album, and you know what I'm saying. And then I know I'm working on another album myself. You know what I'm saying, a solo John. And I think bro working on one, but I don't know. Knowing this motherfucker,
well, and that's the thing. That was the
dragging his feet like somebody done knocked him out, and just dragging him to the house.
Now the truth of the matter is, I was working on solo stuff, but this was the priority for me.
Don't believe.
Listen now. No, I want to really put this out first. What's great about it is I'm, usually when I'm solo, I'm doing everything. Now I got somebody else that I can feed off of, and that inspires you even more, because it'll be times that I'm liking something really, and he'd be like, nah, that ain't it, bro. And I'm like, huh? But then, it's good checks and balances with that. So I got projects that I'm working on and I'm sitting on, but this was the thing where I was like, no, I want to get this out first, so.
Yeah, this definitely the priority, you know what I'm saying?
This was the priority for me. I was like, let me get this out first, and then I'm gonna drop, a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? So and what I was saying was this is like my swan song, you know what I'm saying? This is my farewell tour. But I'm not, I'm gonna always be producing, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not on the mic, I'm gonna be producing. What I might try to do is produce an album where it's just him, you know what I'm saying? And I might just pop on there every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? But I'm excited about what he got coming up. He got like 2 more projects coming up after this. I've got a couple of projects, so it's just like, man. But
Just in
this,
work mode, man.
yeah,
This is the launch pad for everything else that we was looking to do.
exactly, yeah,
And that's how we talked about it when we first said we're gonna do it, and that's how it's been going. And I ain't gonna lie, it's been a headache at times, but at the end of the day, it's been beautiful.
yeah, oh yeah,
You know, it's something that I'm proud of. I'm pretty sure he is too. You know what I'm saying? We took our time. Like I said, it's Thanksgiving dinner, man. You getting everything, the rolls and all.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm gonna go ahead and be amongst the first to pre-order my copy. You know what I'm saying? So that I can bump it in my Roy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm letting y'all know that right now. But this is what I want to ask y'all. You're welcome, dog. Top 5 MCs, dead or alive. Who you got, Crisis?
No particular order at this particular time. And these are just my top 5. I got 3,000. I got Jay-Z. I got Face. I got Nas. And then shit at 5 kind of be dancing, because almost anybody can get in that 5, but just anybody can't get in that 5. And if I really had to just beat myself across the head to pick, I say Bean.
Well, yeah, hey, that's an outsider pick. Bean's
A lot of
nice.
people don't understand it. If people was really listening at that time he was on the rock. From the time he got there to the time he left, he was better than Jay. And Jay Jay was one of my favorite artists at the time, you know, just period. Every song he was on, he was eating. That'll be my top 5 if I had to choose.
Right on. What about you, Extraordinaire?
I mean, he named a bunch of good ones. I'm gonna throw in a couple of different ones. I'm gonna include like Scarface and 3000 and Jay-Z and a lot of those. I'm gonna say, he said 3000. I like some out there people like Q-Tip. I like Big Daddy Kane. I like Rakim. You know, I even throw out Master Ace. It's just a lot of people that MF Doom. You know what I'm saying? People that I don't even. Those are people that I can enjoy because I don't sound like them. They're not. You know what I'm saying? They're in a different field than me, so I can listen to that and not. Because I'm a producer, so I'm listening to stuff differently. You know what I mean? I'm listening to it for the technical and all that stuff. But those are some people that I'm gonna tell you my number 5 though. It's this dude named Extraordinaire the Great. It's like he gonna probably put number 6 as Christ the Rhyme down. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna tell you one I do be struggling with. Every time I pick these two, I gotta put them as a slash in between them. It's Pac and Big. But lyrically, Big was better than Pac. Lyrically. Like impact wise and how you just pull your feelings into the record.
Tug at your heart.
Pac.
Pac tug at your heartstrings.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. And worldwide, every corner of the globe, no Pac. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere.
But you know who else? That makes me think about something else, because Pac was always Pac. You know what I'm saying? He was right there in that lane. And then I was thinking about this the other day. Somebody that doesn't get his props, because he got different styles. It's LL Cool J.
You're exactly right, dog. You know, Uncle don't get his credit because he went for the girls too much, man. I think that's what happened for me.
Yeah, they were hating on him. They were hating because Walking with a Panther was a dope album. He had a couple of them love songs he could have took off, but that was a dope album that they were hating on. That was the first time I said, why are they done what they like? They were hating. I didn't know what that word was at the time, but they were hating.
Dog, in fairness, them love songs was whack. Two different worlds was one of them.
Yeah.
And
like 3 other ones.
It was terrible. It was like they was trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were trying to feed off of I Need Love, but the rest of the album was dope. If you can eliminate that album was one of my favorite albums ever, really.
It was. Hey, One Shot at Love. That was horrible, dude. It was boo-boo, man. Why you do it? But it was a dope album, though.
But that being said, you know, he people weren't doing those love songs until he did it. You know what I'm saying?
I Need Love, and it was on from there.
It was on and popping, and everybody came and did it.
Yeah.
But you know, we can't talk about rap music just from the MC standpoint. Producers, who y'all's favorite producers? Top 5 In no particular order.
Dre, Beats by the Pound, Organized Noise, Timberland, DJ Quick.
Woo! Yes, sir.
I like Primo. I like Premier. He was the truth.
Pete Rock.
The RZA. You know what I'm saying? But even though dude was kind of going through it now, Diddy was a motherfucker when he was doing his 1-2 thing on the production.
Okay. Yeah.
Kanye West, okay. But
definitely Kanye West.
Yeah. So I'm gonna echo a few of those. I'm gonna also shout out people like Jay Dilla. You said Pete Rock.
Ooh.
It's a lot of people that
Jermaine Dupri. It's a lot of cats.
Jermaine Dupri. He don't get his credit.
No,
he don't get his credit, honestly.
Yeah, he don't get his credit because I remember listening to, he had Silk Times Leather before Criss Cross, and that was a dope album. I was like, man, who doing these beats? You know what I'm saying? And it was Jermaine Dupri. And I'm gonna tell you something. I used to be in Atlanta all the time during the summer, and I would go to this mall called Greenbrier.
Yep.
That's where he found. I was like, man, that's where I did my school shop. I ain't never seen no Jermaine Dupri. I could have been on.
But at the same time, you probably was taller than him too, so he probably wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
You got a point. Said, nah, yeah, he's a short guy.
Yeah, that's not too far from the crib. Even now, man, Greenbrier, man. I'm in the Swats, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. Listen, fellas, I wanna wish y'all nothing but the best and success. And I want y'all to let y'all know I'm putting a bug in y'all ear. Y'all talking about the next thing? I'm seeing y'all doing movies, man. I'm seeing it. I'm claiming it like they say up in the church. Sure. We gonna we need to claim that, man, because the way y'all be rocking out on that, man. I think that I mean, because everybody else doing it. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of y'all know how to put a narrative together, and you can do your own music. Yeah. You got in-house music. You got the resources to put it together, because what y'all did was like a mini movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Devin Cooper, too, that helped us with the screenplay a little bit, too, you know.
Devin Cooper, shout out, bro.
Devin Cooper Studios, yeah, man. He came
Devin Cooper.
Yeah, so I hear what you're saying, and so that bug is in our ear, you know what I'm saying? And we got a couple of things that we've been talking about doing, and it's, you know, now that we in that mode, we about to flesh it out and see what we can do about that. The experience alone was great. You know, I acted in high school and did some things in college and all that stuff, so it was exciting just to put it together, you know what I'm saying? The behind the scenes, the dialogue and all that stuff. And then, you know, like when you acting to get somebody, like he brought his homeboy that was in the video, and he was a great actor. And so I'm watching it like I'm in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be reacting, but I'm like, he just, you know, like it's fun. I just enjoy being a part of it. So yeah, I feel you, and I'm down for that. I'm definitely down for that.
What was the shoot schedule like on that?
Can I be honest with you? We did that all in one day.
Y'all did that in one day?
We did that in one day.
About
That's crazy.
Hours. About 10 hours.
10 hours?
Yeah. We just put in some work.
We put it in.
Yeah. We did
to the point where, like, when it was over with, I know I was hurting. I damn sure know he was hurting.
I was hurt. There's a part in that where I fell off a fence.
When you see him climb over the fence, when we running, and you see him climb over that fence, that dude fell off of that thing for real.
You fell off the fence wall.
It was crazy because he was smart. He said, man, I'm going under it. I said, man, I'm going over. You know, I work out. I got this. Felt like I was, you know, I'm like, I'm 50, you know. Even know I'm not.
When that dude fell off of that fence and hit the ground, it sounded like a cartoon.
And then I paused for a second. Yeah, I paused for a second.
You know, they hit the ground real hard. He hit the ground hard.
I mean, it was a thud, and I was like, man.
He had to lay there for about 30 seconds and get himself together.
I'm swole up and everything, man. It was crazy, but it was, man. I got right back up, was limping the rest of the day, because that was like the first shot.
That was the first shot.
Yeah, so I was limping and thumb all swole the whole day, man. But yeah, we did that for from 9 a.m. to 7.
I just want to just thank y'all. June 20th. Tell us the name of it, where they can get it, and everything else.
June 20th, the album from Extraordinaire and Crisis Rhyme Done, Assholes Live Forever. You can find it on all platforms. You can go to either one of IG pages or whatever, and at Ramdon365 on IG, at Extraordinaire the Great on IG, and the link is in the bio. Yeah, y'all want some good music? Did nobody die on it? You know what I'm saying? We
just
ain't
killed
talking
the mic.
about money all the time. You know what I'm saying? So we making good grown folks music, man. We ain't talking about no guns.
Yeah.
We can listen to it at the Cookout Crisis.
You can definitely listen to it at the cookout. You know what I'm saying?
Can we listen to it while we playing spades?
You definitely can listen to it while you're playing spades.
Can we listen to it when we riding around?
That's
Definitely.
even better. That's the best way to listen to it.
Yeah.
Best way to listen to
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
For
Get in
sure.
your phone and turn us on.